Back here with India Business Hour Plus. It's been less than a week since the death of Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha, and the new Chief Minister already has his hands full. Cyclone Varda and its aftermath may be the first of these challenges, but CNBC TV 18's Poornima, Murali and Jude Sannith report that it's by no means the most difficult one he will face.
Cyclone Varda has swept through Tamil Nadu, and the state's new Chief Minister, Panneerselvam, and his team are in the eye of the storm, quite literally. Rebuilding damaged infrastructure may be the most pressing challenge for Panneerselvam, but it is by far the least of his problems.
The biggest challenge that awaits newly sworn-in Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Panneerselvam is continuing Jayalalitha's legacy. And this pretty much means one thing: continuing both her welfare initiatives and implementing her poll promises. But does Tamil Nadu's fiscal health allow for this?
Freebies like mixer grinders, laptops and table fans have left the state's fiscal deficit standing at 9,154.78 crore rupees. The freebies Jayalalitha promised on her campaign trail earlier this year, like a 50% subsidy on two-wheelers for women and 8 grams of free gold for women getting married, will only add to this number. Experts say Panneerselvam will have to depend heavily on the 30,000 crore rupees in alcohol sales revenues to offset this deficit. But the problem there is that the AIADMK has promised phased prohibition in the state and has already closed 500 of the state's 6,320 liquor retail outlets. This means the state will have to go in for another investor summit and hope the promises made there are kept.
Though there was this big meet when they invited foreign investors and all that, most of what was projected was already promised amounts, nothing new. So attracting new investments, keeping the jobs here, and also more important, how do you keep the economy going? And concentrating on agriculture. How do you deal with Kaveri? How do you deal with all the Delta farmers? And these issues, and another big challenge is the demonetization also and its repercussions. So these are going to be major headaches for the new Chief Minister.
That's not all. Panneerselvam will also have to deal with the possibility of Sasikala Natarajan becoming the AIADMK party chief, which means the state will have a dual power structure for the first time in 3 decades, one in government and the other at the party level. Experts have already begun speculating that everything may not be hunky-dory within the party.
It will be a huge problem because why? Because she has no background or credentials in politics, although she was with Jayalalitha all along, supported her. I think that's a plus point. People see her as absolutely loyal, but they don't like the way the family members and others, or she allowed family members to abuse their proximity to power, if not access to power.
Some of the other issues closer to home that need urgent attention is the rising risk of a failed northeast monsoon just ahead of the state's harvest season and the Kaveri crisis going to the floor of the Supreme Court. Then there are the visible signs of wobbling when it comes to the stated party stance on key national issues like the GST. So Panneerselvam's next 4.5 years as Chief Minister may not be as easy as he'd like them to be. In Chennai with Poornima, Murali, Jude Sannith.